What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about investment, but we're going to talk about it in a very different way. First, I want to start off with a scenario, and that is if I decided to call the different stores that are doing or preparing to do Prismatic Evolution Elite Trainer Box pre-order, I call them and say, hey, I'm Collect Pokemon, and I would like to buy Prismatic Evolution Elite Trainer Box. And I'm willing to pay as much as $80 per Elite Trainer Box, and I have $85,000 to spend. In total, I'm looking for around 1,062 Elite Trainer Boxes. How many are you going to sell me? How many are you willing to sell me? And if I do that, I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of stores willing to sell me their Elite Trainer Box at $80. They don't have to worry about customers saying that they're selling it at a much higher than MSRP price. They can just say they weren't allocated with any. And Collect Pokemon here is just gonna gobble and buy up around 1,062 Elite Trainer Box. And imagine that person is not me. That person is you. That person is anyone out there. Do you think anyone would even do that? I mean, everyone knows Prismatic Evolution is going to be a good set. Everyone knows that the value is going to be more than $80 after 1 year or 2 years of release. But I'm pretty also sure that no one is going to cough up $85,000 and not resell them and to just let it sit there for a year or 2 or 3, because $85,000 is a lot of money. And so yeah, but I can tell you that to me, or maybe even you that was in the hobby long enough, $85,000 isn't that much money, because $85,000 didn't come from $85,000. If I tell you, you only have to spend very, very little money, and all your investment in Pokemon could roll up to $85,000. That's the interesting part. So in this video, this is what I'm going to show you, and remember to listen to the end, because I'm going to share my thoughts, and I'm going to tell you that this is like a hypothetical scenario, and in reality, investment don't really go like this, especially with Pokemon cards. But this is gonna be a fun one, so bear with me and sit with me through this presentation. So I still remember on October 20th, 2023, I made a video. I was quite emotional, and I was talking about my 7 years on YouTube taught me to buy this, and these sort of stuff. And at that time, I was sharing my thoughts and telling people that 151 UPC is such a good buy. It was available all over eBay for around 105 a UPC, and if you buy them in a case, you can actually get it for cheaper. So that was a good time. That was a good time. And just 1 year after that, the same UPC, October 20th, 2024, is selling for around $200. So I'm going to show you some numbers and I'm going to talk you through them. If I have bought the UPC in 2023, then I would have spent around $105 on each UPC. And if I sold it at $200, I would less 15% fees. I would still profit around $70. Now, the table on the right-hand side is for example, if you're a high school student, you're only able to afford 2 UPC at that time. You spend $210 on the UPC, and you decided to sell it on different platforms. You would still get back $340. Note that this is the revenue and not the profit. Yeah, you'll profit $140, but I'm looking at the revenue. And it's simple, because what are you going to do with that $340? Are you going to go party? Are you going to eat? Or are you going to spend it back on Pokemon cards? So crazy person like collect Pokemon would definitely spend it back on Pokemon cards. And I don't buy two, I don't buy five. And if you guys are wondering, how did I get the $85,000? Well, what if I told you I bought 500 boxes of 151 UPC? Yeah, if I did that, it would cost me $52,500. As a disclaimer, this is hypothetical. I don't have 500 boxes of 151 UPC. I do have a lot, but no, not near 500, right? So yeah, so I would have spent around $52,500. And I know you're gonna say, hey, collect Pokemon. No one has that much money to spend on 151 UPC. I mean, even though if we knew it was gonna be a good deal, right? So yeah, hear me out. I mean, I wouldn't spend $52,500 on UPC out of my own pocket. So let's take a look. I actually made another video called "Would You Rather Buy Evolving Skies or EV Hero Booster Box" in November 30th, 2021. Funny how they're all in the second half of the year. Anyway, so it was $100. EV Heroes and Evolving Skies were both $100. And I made a video on it, and I said that Evolving Skies is such a good buy at $100. And yeah, look at how much Evolving Skies was on October 30th, 2023. This was the time when the 151 UPC was being sold at around $105. Evolving Skies booster box were selling for $450. So I guess that you guys are seeing where I'm heading to. If I've decided to sell a number of Evolving Skies booster box, the number is actually 137. If I've decided to sell 137 Evolving Skies booster box in 2023, I would have gained a total amount of money of $52,500 as my revenue. And if I bought all these Evolving Skies booster boxes at $100 in 2021, I would have spent only around $13,725. Not bad, right? So spending $13,725, it's a much more reasonable number on Pokemon cards. And I'm pretty sure there is a lot more people in the population that spend $13,000 on cards. Much more affordable. But it's still not what I would do. So we look back a little bit more. Evolutions. When Evolutions was released in 2016, there was a bit of a hype, and that hype quickly crashed, and Evolution Booster Box was on clearance, and you can easily get it off eBay at around $80. Very, very dirt cheap. And if you have bought all of them in 2016, and you waited until November 30th, 2021, which is when Evolving Skies were $100 a booster box, Evolution was $630. So here's the number. If in 2016 you spent $2,000 on 26 Evolution booster box, only $2,000, it's very affordable. If you spend $2,000 on Evolution booster box, by 2021, you could have made $13,725, which is enough for you to buy 137 booster boxes of Evolving Skies. And when you're ready to sell it, you would gain a total revenue of $52,500 in 2023, just in time to buy 500 Ultra Premium Collection of the 151. And if you decided to sell the UPC, 151 UPC now, just before the Prismatic Evolution release, you would have $85,000 to spend. That's pretty crazy, right? And $85,000, if you decided to buy at $80 Elite Trainer Box, you can actually buy a total of 1,062 Prismatic Evolution Elite Trainer Box. And I don't know what you're gonna do next. I mean, maybe 2 years from now, PE ETB maybe $170. 5 years from now, might be $200. And that's how you roll. That's how you roll those money. And that's how you profit from Pokemon investing. Seems easy, right? So I want to tell you guys, it's actually not that hard. But like I said, I told you guys to listen to the end because I will talk about some things that people should watch out for. And it's not as straightforward as this. And because it is not as straightforward as this, not a lot of people will do this. And therefore, that's why, it is so profitable because, 99% of the people will not do this. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, first thing first. So what if you have 1,062 PE Elite Trainer Box? If you have 500 UPC 151, what do you think would happen to the market if I suddenly let go and release all 500 UPC or 151 into the market? It would just cannibalize the market and I would just cause a crash in the market, crashing the price I have. So most of the time it is not that liquid. You can't really liquidate these products and just take out $85,000, for example. These things often takes time. You have to build it up. You have to sell it along a time frame. And the more products you accumulate, the more of the same product you accumulate, the more careful you have to do when you're selling some of these products because you really don't want to crash the market. And that's one thing. The second thing is that not all sets and not all products are as liquid or are easily sold as the UPC, as Evolving Skies. I mean, Team Up does really well, but if you flood too much Team Up out into the market, definitely it will crash the market because the demand, the hype for Team Up is not that high right now. And it just turns out that the sets that I've chosen here to show you in this video are very popular sets, or at least they were very popular at that time. So, these were easy sells. That's why I chose them. And another thing to look at is that most people will not reinvest that much money back into one single product. They will profit, they'll gain the money, they'll siphon some of these money off because they need to make a living and so on. So you don't actually get to put that much money back in. And I think that's the reason. And I think that's the reason. And it just takes a long time. Who knows what would happen 10 years from now, 8 years from now. I mean, Evolution was released in 2016. This is 2024. I did hold on to Evolution for like 8 years, but chances are not many people are going to do that. And the more boxes, the more products you're accumulating, space can become an issue. Security can become an issue. You have to spend a lot more money proportional to the money you make into warehousing, storage, these sort of stuff. So, even though this number game is fun on the surface, it is much more difficult to execute. But with that said, it is possible. You don't actually have to continue to accumulate a large amount of one product. You can still diversify. And sometimes, even when I sell Evolving Skies Booster Box off, I don't sell it all at 450, knowing that it can do much better later on. So, I only sold one case of Evolving Skies or 2 case at 450, and then I kept all the others until now. And most likely I will still keep those Evolving Skies because I still think that, they have a huge potential to grow. So, this is definitely a fun exercise, and thank you for joining me on this little fun journey, this fun idea I have. And let me know in the comment section. Do you think that you guys will have the patience for this? And what might some reasons be for you not to reinvest all those money back into Pokemon? Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and support me in my membership program. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.